We're going to deal with the Caroline Wilson situation off the top. We weren't going to. We dealt with it on Monday night.
We've just done it.
Caroline accepted our apology, which we're very happy about, and all was good in the world again. But there was an article today in The Age written by Samantha Lane, and she had a bit to say as well.
By who?
Samantha Lane.
She wrote an article today about what, Caro?
About the whole situation that unfolded last Thursday night.
You got a copy of it?
No, I haven't got a copy of it with me, no.
What'd she say?
Well, you know the general gist of it all.
What, is she doing signature pieces on piety or something? What's she doing?
Yes, along those lines.
But she's a football commentator, isn't she? Mind you, if you don't know anything about football, you may as well do signature pieces.
No.
It must run in the family.
It wasn't...
Oh, no. Samuel.
It wasn't
That's
about...
not
It wasn't
fair.
about football. It was a comment piece on the show last week, and in particular...
So she was watching?
Yeah, she's watching, yeah.
Hello, how are you, Samantha?
Yep.
Would she be watching tonight? You bet your life she would be.
Yeah.
Well, what? Why was she... what did she say?
Well, she thought that we'd crossed the line, which I certainly agreed with.
Did she?
Yes.
This little...
Yes, she
darling
did. Have you got something to say about it or not?
Well, Samantha Lane's doing moral pieces in the paper on us, is she?
Yes.
Well, where's she been for 15 years? Why has she just started now? I tell you what about the height of hypocrisy and double standards? Could I draw your attention? You drew it to me, as a matter of fact, because I didn't see it. This is a...
Just not enough O's in smooth at the minute.
This is a woman who sat casually by as they ripped the living suitcase out of a Carlton player, which she barracks for, doesn't she?
She
Her
does.
and Tim.
Yep.
Tim and Samantha Bland.
Lane.
Lane.
Yes.
They sat piously by, didn't she, while they ripped the shit out of Nick Stevens.
Yes, she did.
Well, that's double standards.
Well,
why didn't she write a piece about that?
Well,
why did she giggle when they said he was fat and obese and show shots of him being fat and obese? Wouldn't that offend him?
It does raise issues about it, and we're not defending what happened last Thursday.
No.
Right?
Oh, hang on.
No, we're not defending
Caroline, Samantha sits on a show, on a Saturday night show before the game, which I watch and really enjoy. Now, I watched it last Saturday night. The first 4 minutes of the show...
It's hard to take this seriously.
No, the first 4 minutes of the show was about Nick Stevens and essentially about his weight problem, and they drew reference to it and then did jokes for 4 minutes. I timed it, 3.5 minutes of jokes.
Did she pull them up for having a crack
No,
at
she
him?
didn't, and that's the issue, I guess. I mean, where do you draw the line in all this? In the end, they made reference to Nick Stevens and his weight and suggested that he'd done a press conference, and this was, in fact, his press conference.
To be fair to him, he's not happy about what's going on. No. He did earlier this week call a press conference. Let's have a look at them at the press conference now.
Now, we need to point out.
Now, there's Samantha sitting there.
Was that her speaking?
No, that was...
Limo.
I see her now. She's grinning?
Yeah, well, the point of it is you can sit by and laugh for 3.5 minutes about fat jokes. I mean, this is a player, and do we get up in arms about this? I mean, was Nick Stevens embarrassed? Was he humiliated, being likened to that man? Likened to an obese man, obviously, who's in a bit of trouble now. People say, turn it up, you blokes, you can't be serious. Well, I mean, you don't know. And what we need to do is put ourselves in Caroline's position. Nick Stevens may have been outraged by that.
And what about Kane Johnson the week before when he was allegedly drunk in a police station with his pants halfway down? You could see his crack, and that was meant to be him.
Well, what I'm saying is, where do you draw the line on all of this? And look...
We almost never draw the line.
No, we don't. And we're not having to go at the jokes, because that would be hypocritical, because
really
we do
humorous,
those sorts of things as well. But, I mean, the other question that needs to be raised, would those same jokes be made if that was a female sportswoman sitting there? Would they do 4 minutes of fat jokes about a woman sitting there? Would they put a big obese woman up there?
Well, we would, but would she laugh at that? Would Samantha Bland laugh at that?
No, well, look, it just struck me that when you're in this industry and you do have a few cracks, and we went over the line last Thursday, it's no excuse, but you can't then sit by and not protest when you think something's unfolding that may be offensive to someone else.
Oh,
yeah.
Trev.
Yeah, no, you're